It's 315.2. I haven't seen this yet. Someday I'll have to see it. Gooseberry Falls. If I have time, I can go to the Great Falls, High Falls. If I have time today. Fish too, in case I need to eat at the mine. I got some cans of fish. I'll just stay there all day. I mean, there's 3 mines, right? And 2 mines are right next to each other. And then there's a 3rd mine that's in its own area, kind of separate. But I got notes. I got a notebook with notes to tell me where to go and everything, what to find at each mine. Each mine has its own type of stuff that you're going to find and what to do. It'll be a lot of fun. At one of them, you got to break the rocks with a sledge. You got to work for your... I mean, some people maybe don't do it, but if you really want some results, unless you want to just bring these big rocks home, which is going to be more money to do that, you got to break them and then leave the waste there, and they don't mind you doing that, and you just break them and take what you want. And then the other one is pretty much you just pick stuff up, it sounds like. You can find some big amethyst crystals. They're not real well formed, but they'd be good for... I could polish them, cut them and stuff. Get a few of those. I get some of those. But I'd like maybe the clusters. I think I'd like more of the clusters. I think that'll be more interesting. If you work on the clusters, you can reduce the waste. The people that I saw what they did, they got some really nice specimens. Of clusters. Some of the stuff they found was as good as some of the things I bought. They got some nice stuff. It's not real high. You're not likely to get real high quality, but you can get some nice stuff. I think they try to get the best and they put it in the store. You're not going to get like a $500 specimen or anything, but you might get some smaller ones that are nice, that are as good as anything you've bought. I mean, that I've bought. I don't have anything real expensive. They even have amethyst with a little pyrite in it. I know somebody found, but it's kind of random what you're going to get. Luck of the draw. more time you spend, the better off you're more lucky. It's like having poles on a machine. If you just put one pole on it, you're not going to get much. But if you play it, it doesn't cost anything to spend time. It just doesn't cost any money. And you can just keep, you can put the lesser ones back, and you can pick up the better ones and trade them in, for better ones. That's what I'm going to do. Pick a few things up, and then through the day try to replace those with better ones. And then you check out, you got to pay for it. You pay for it by the pound. Pocket is something like $30 or $40, depending on what currency you use. Some of the people that went, they spent a couple $100, but they got a lot of stuff. The one guy that I watched, he spent a few $100, and I think he might have spent that all in one mine. So he spent a few $100 at one mine, and he didn't buy anything in the store. He showed a few things that were in the store, but he didn't buy, I don't think he bought anything. And then there was another guy that was he's a guy I've seen before, and he got into one of the pockets. I think you had to have a credentials to do that or something, and he was getting these like 3-inch amethyst crystals, and he got a cluster that must have been 100 pounds. He got a pocket, a big pocket. It was like a cave, and you just reach in there and pull crystals out. They were all dirty, but he'd show them what they looked like cleaned, and it's like, yeah, each one of these is probably worth at least $100. So he probably paid $1,000 for the pocket or something. He didn't get that for free. He had to pay. He might have to pay a couple grand, and he could take whatever he wanted. And he probably had to pay $1,500, or I know there's $1,000 pockets in Arkansas, and those are not something they just dole out. You have to make an appointment for that. So it's not likely I'll get anything. I'll try. I mean, if I see the opportunity to get something I can afford, I might try. I'll ask, talk to the people, see what they got, see if there's options. But most people just they do just like a big yard area, and they just go in there, and there's quite a bit of stuff to look through. But none of the crystals are going to be, there's a small chance you could get a nice crystal. It's a gamble, but you're not likely to find something that nice. But if you spend enough time, you probably could find some nice stuff. But these pockets, everything's big. It's like you're going to have a bucket full of stuff that's, each piece is worth $100. You got to clean it up and everything, but when you get it done, cleaned up, you're going to have pieces that are worth $100 a piece or more.